Thank you for watching this video. To best support the channel, please take a moment and click the subscribe button. Also, the links to purchase this fly
Today
and the materials to
we're
tie
tying
the
up a fly
fly
that
are
is
in the
bound to
description.
get down deep fast and get into where the bigger fish are hanging out. We're tying up the bottom bomber. In the vise we have a Moonlit Tagata ML 501 hook in size 12, and we have a 3.5mm slotted bead. We're using some Semperfli Classic Wax thread in 6/0 in gray. So go ahead and get that tied onto your thread, or onto your hook, so that we can go ahead and get things going. We're going to tie some rubber legs in. You're going to cut a piece of silly legs into fourths and then fold it in half and extend the rubber legs back beyond the hook about 1 hook length. That'll give you kind of a stonefly-esque style profile. And this fly is used as an attractor pattern and a stonefly imitation when you're fishing in waters with those, but it's a fly that's bound to get the attention of some predatory fish. And if you're throwing it in a pond full of bluegill, this will get down deep to where the big bull bluegill are hanging out. So tie that in, lock it into place, and you see that those legs are going to splay out in a V pattern out the back. That's the look we're looking for here. Next, we're going to grab some sparkly gray dubbing from Fly Tier's Dungeon and some Starburst fibers, and we're going to dub those onto the body of the hook. And this is going to be part of the attractor portion of this deep hitting stonefly-esque style pattern. We'll apply a second little section of dubbing. We don't want to get this to be too bulky, but build a nice little taper into the body of the fly. And we're going to stop when we're about 1 bead length behind the bead. Put that body up, preen our fibers back so we're not trapping anything. And then we're going to grab a hen hackle, or a feather from a hen saddle, and we're going to trim off the tip, and we're going to tie that in right behind the bead. And we're just going to wrap that and preen the fibers towards the back of the fly so that we can get a soft hackle buggy look right here. You'll see that I keep preening these fibers back, trying to make sure I don't trap any of them unnecessarily. Gonna rough those fibers up, pull them back. And now that I'm to the end of the hackle portion that I prepared, I'm gonna do 1 extra wrap with the stem. I'm not worried about extra bulk right here because we're gonna cover this up, but that gives me a cleaner and a better tie-in point that doesn't cause the fibers from the hackle to go every which way. So we'll tie that off. We'll come in with our scissors and snip that stem clean. And now we're gonna go ahead and grab a peacock curl and tie that in with the longer side of the peacock facing us and pointing down, so that when we wrap, it gives the more full buggy look. We'll trim off our tag end right there. So we're going to wrap that around and build up a little bit of a collar. And when you're satisfied with how that looks, pull it towards the bead so you can slide your thread on the bead and lock that into place and tie it down nice and tight. Snip that out, or you can pluck it out, and then go ahead and grab your whip finish tool and throw in a whip finish. Clip off your thread, and then grab some Raid Zap Thin or whatever UV resin you prefer. Really like this because of how tire friendly it is. Put a small little bit on the top of that fly, and then grab your UV light to cure it. And this peacock and the thread absorb that in, and that's where the slot of the bead is, so it gets absorbed in there real quick. So put another dot of resin on there to give you kind of a little bit of a shell, and zap that 1 more time, and now you've completed the bottom bomber. Again, this fly is intended to be fish deep, fished in water where you're trying to get down deep as quick as you can,
so that you can attract the attention of some of those bigger fish that you're targeting. All the materials and the fly is available in the shop. Please swing by and grab some. Thank you for watching the video. Have a great day.